This is what I look like when I'm on my way to go see Spider-Man Homecoming. And this is what I look like when my bus gets stuck in traffic and the movie's starting soon. Alright, so it turns out that where I was stuck in traffic was a lot closer to the cinema than I thought I was. So, crisis averted. Still got some time. Alright, so let me drop a few thoughts on this movie before I actually see it. Well, not really thoughts on the movie, maybe just like, what do you call it, like we call it anyway. So I have not watched any reviews. I haven't watched any reviews. I haven't read any reviews. I did see a friend of mine post that she saw it and thought it was amazing. That's all she said. It's amazing.
My name's the Human Spider.
And I did see a headline of an article that suggested that the Vulture is a pretty cool villain. So that's all. As far as any review type things go, that's all I've seen. But yeah, I know next to nothing about this movie other than, it's a reboot, of course. And of course I saw, well, not of course I saw, but I did see Captain America Civil War, which is where they kind of did the origin story in a way. I mean, it's not going to be an origin story, but it did that's where they introduced Spider-Man. So that's about as much of an origin as we're going to get with this one, which is interesting because, of course, the first couple of Spider-Man movies, the first, well, not even first, let's be real. I mean, the first one's going back to like the 70s or something, but then the first one was like the modern era Tobey Maguire. That was an origin story. They did 3 movies there, and then Andrew Garfield, origin story there. And I liked those movies. I liked the first 3 Spider-Man movies. I know a lot of people hated the third one that he did, and I could understand why people hated it. And I liked Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man with a reboot with Andrew Garfield. That was pretty cool. I liked the second one with Electro. I mean, I get why, again, people didn't like it, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, I've been a Spider-Man fan for years. I mean, Spider-Man fan since probably like the 90s or something, maybe going back even earlier than that. I used to read comics back in the day, used to watch the animated series back in the 90s. But even like the old, 70s Spider-Mans where they had like that crappy string web stuff that they used to do, and I used to watch that when they used to show that on TV as well. So yeah, I'm quite into Spider-Man. I'm quite invested in the Spider-Man world. I've seen I think I also watched 2 of the trailers for Spider-Man Homecoming, and they both look pretty damn cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Here's my concern. It's not really concerned with the movie, but concerned with myself. I'm hoping that I don't fall asleep, because here's the thing, I have a job which I have to get up really, really early for. So what happens is on a typical day, I'll get up really, really early for my job, I'll do my job, get home, and then I'll nap for about 2 hours. And by the way, real quick, is it still a nap if it's 2 hours? That's a question I want to ask you guys. Like, in the comments what you think. If it's 2 hours, is that still a nap? Like, at what point does it stop being a nap and it's just, you're just going to sleep now? You're just sleeping as regular? Because I call it a nap, but it is usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I don't know, is that too long to call a nap? Let me know what you think of that. When is it too long to be called a nap? Anyway, so yeah, I usually have a rest for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I did that today, but only rested for about 20 minutes because the doorbell rang and I had a delivery. So I ordered some stuff from Amazon. I ordered some audio equipment for my piano. For those of you who don't know, I play piano, or I'm learning to play piano. And I have a piano channel, a little bit of a plug there. So I've ordered some audio equipment to record in better quality. So that's something to look forward to. I have better audio recording equipment for my piano channel. So for those of you who know about my piano channel, look forward to better audio recording on that. I did test it out. It works well. It didn't work as well as I hoped it would, but it does work pretty well, and certainly a lot better than the recording that I was doing before for the piano stuff. So yeah, definitely look forward to much better audio recorded for my piano stuff on that channel. Anyway, so yeah, I rested for about 20 minutes, got the doorbell rang, got that, tested it out. I did have another nap for about another, I think about 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes or so. So, I still got some rest, but not quite up to my usual hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm hoping that it doesn't catch up with me, because that's the thing, when tiredness catches up with you, you know what I mean? When tiredness catches up with you, it doesn't matter how good that movie is. It ain't no joke. I mean, you ever have the moments where you're watching a movie and you're enjoying the movie, it's a great movie, all that kind of stuff, but yeah, tiredness catches up with you and your eyes start drifting off, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like starting to go, and you think like you've only closed your eyes for like a few seconds, and it turns out you've missed like the whole damn movie. So like, you close your eyes for like 2 seconds, and before you know, the credits are rolling, like, oh, what's going on? So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I can stay awake. I'll try and keep an open mind. If the movie sucks, then I'm gonna have to say that it sucks. You know what I mean? But I'll try and keep an open mind. I'm looking forward to it. So far, I have no reason to think this is gonna be anything less than fantastic. But keep an open mind. Let it do what it does. Try not to have too many preconceived notions, as I said. And yeah, well, we'll see. All right then. Yeah, probably get delayed though, so oh well. By the way, I know that cinemas typically make most of their money through the food that they sell, all the concessions and all that kind of stuff, sweets, popcorn, nachos, all that stuff. That's where they make their money. I imagine they make a bit of money through the movies as well, ticket sales, but they make, at least from my understanding, they make a good amount of money, or a good majority of their money through, you know, selling snacks and stuff like that. And I appreciate that, and I understand that, and I would like to support that. But here's the thing. You're gonna meet me halfway here, you know, because them prices they're just too expensive. They're just way too expensive. What they charge for food in cinemas is absolutely ridiculous. And it's the type of thing that maybe you might do it like once in a while, but not like every time. Come on, man. So you gotta meet me halfway. You gotta like, you know what I mean? Understand that I want to support your business, but you gotta be like, dude, bring the prices down just a little bit. Bring it down a little bit, then I could support that. And you go to some cinemas, it's like, I'm not even sure some cinemas even know what their audience are sometimes. Because like, you go to some cinemas, and it's like they're trying to serve you like, instead of like the, you know, the typical snacks or whatever, they're trying to serve you like gourmet, you know, fancy food, like the type of stuff that you go to some West End restaurant or whatever for, you know what I mean? It's like they're trying to sell you all this kind of nonsense. It's like, listen, I'm coming to watch some action movie, and you're trying to sell me, you know, asparagus with, you know, tartar sauce or whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? It's come on, dude, come on. And yeah, and that's too expensive as well, so I ain't gonna buy it either. Alright, so yeah, just watched Spider-Man Homecoming, and initial thoughts. I quite liked it. I will try and do like an initial thoughts review. No spoilers. Yeah, it was funny. It was action-packed. Well, maybe not action-packed, that might be a bit of a stretch. I mean, there are parts where there's no action, and there are maybe some parts where it did feel like it, you know, a little bit slow. Overall, it's pretty filled with action, and there's a lot of good action in there as well. Some small action, big action, epic scenes. I thought it was done well. I thought all the characters were done well, not just Spider-Man, Tom Holland, but all the other characters, they were all played exceptionally well. I thought it was awesome. I thought the whole high school thing, that, you know, they just got it down. Man, there was a lot of like really cool nuances in the characters, and they got like the sort of high school teenage years and the awkwardness and stuff like that. I really liked how they mixed that with this big, you know, action movie where you got this guy who's, you know, trying to save the world, so to speak. But then I got homework. Like I would say the one possible criticism I'd have, and I say possible because it's a bit awkward, because on one hand, I don't think it affects the movie negatively, right? In fact, it definitely doesn't affect the movie negatively at all. It's still a great film. But one of the characters, and I won't say who because I'm trying to avoid anything that's even a potential spoiler for now, but one of the characters, I just felt, and it wasn't that this character wasn't great or wasn't, you know, good, it was just, I felt they came across, and I'm using a whole pronoun thing as well now, Bandit Squad SJW doing a pronoun game. But I felt they were just a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of like that. So yeah, that's my initial thoughts review on Spider-Man Homecoming. Definitely worth checking. I'll probably repeat myself a bunch of times. I'm rambling too much. All right. Anyway, toilet time with Bandit. All right. Okay. I think this light makes me look really, really yellow. Anyway. All right. So a few things before I end the video today. First of all, in regards to my friend's comments about the film being amazing, I agree with that. And by the way, the friend in question is a cosplayer, goes by the name of Cornogra, so definitely check her out, links in the description. 2, shout out to all the bus drivers who actually wait until people sit down before they drive the bus. Both of you. Number 3, I didn't fall asleep in the cinema. I managed to stay awake for the whole thing. In fact, to be fair, I didn't really feel too tired watching the movie, so I guess the film was good enough to make me forget that I was tired, so that's another plus for the movie. I didn't fall asleep, even though, yeah, it was just, anyway. Number 3, in regards to the article where I saw the headline that suggested that the Vulture was a cool villain or a good villain, I agree with that. The Vulture was a pretty damn good villain, played very well by Michael Keaton. There's a really cool moment in it as well. Again, no spoilers, but I mean, there's lots of cool moments, but one in particular that stood out for me is what I'm trying to say, but that means nothing when I'm not going to give any context to it. But yeah, he was a good villain. He was a really cool villain. Number 4, so yeah, how long can one nap for before it just becomes sleepy? You know, what is the maximum length of a nap? I'm curious as to what you guys might think of that. So yeah, let me know what the maximum length of a nap is in your opinion. Number 5, if you've seen the movie, let me know what you think of it. If you haven't seen the movie, let me know if you have any preconceived thoughts on it, or if you want to see, if you don't want to see it, why, that sort of stuff, let me know. And if you liked this video, give it a like and share it amongst your friends. If you did not like it, then give it a dislike and share it amongst your enemies. Either way, let me know your reasons in the comments. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for watching, and until whenever, if ever, it's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And the difference between that and the difference between, you stupid nigga, you know what I mean? So I wasn't not offended by Bill Maher using it. That being said, I could understand why some people were, because of the way he said it and the way it came out. Even though it was supposed to be a joke, the way he said it was like, not me, it was kind of like making light of like a very serious situation, which a lot of people still feel connected to.